Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, Life of Precious Baby O. In today's video, I want to do a recap on my first trimester, which seems like such a long time ago. However, I've got my nifty purple book that's going to refresh me of all the symptoms, cravings and pregnancy hacks that I was experiencing and doing during my first trimester. So I really hope you enjoy this video. So I won't go into too much detail because there is a video already on the day I found out I was pregnant. But I was probably about 4 weeks pregnant. We found out when I was super early. I didn't have any symptoms other than feeling a bit bloated. But I put that down to probably being IBS. It was probably from week 5 to 6, I started experiencing some symptoms. So if you see me looking down, it's because I'm reading through my book. So it was around 5 weeks when I really started to notice pregnancy symptoms. I'll start with the most common one, feeling tired. I mean, feeling tired, fatigue is probably an understatement. It crept on so quickly, I can't believe how tired I was throughout the whole day. That's even having 8 to 9 hours sleep at night. Most afternoons I started getting nausea. It would literally just come like a sudden wave. And I mean, I was all new to all of this stuff. If you YouTube, what does nausea feel like, or having this symptom, what should it feel like? Everyone's so different and unique. When I was feeling nauseous, I thought, oh my god, it felt, oh, I can't even explain it. Like I felt a bit dizzy, really heavy in my body, and it felt like the room was spinning. So I was experiencing that quite a lot, more so in the afternoon. This one really worried me. So I used to experience growing pains in my tummy. Now my midwife reassured me multiple times that is because the uterus was obviously stretching, the body was making room for growing a baby. I think my nerves took over me. I was always so anxious, feeling really nervous. I sometimes used to wake up middle of the night thinking, why am I getting these pains for? It felt like they were similar to when I had the miscarriages in 2020, and that's what really scared me, because I thought, I really hope it's not happening again. Even throughout the first trimester, we started having private scans, and we could see a baby, we could see heart beating, see it flickering, we even heard it, but there was still something inside me in the back of my mind which always made me feel really nervous and scared. So yeah, that one really worried me, and it's carried on happening throughout the whole of my first trimester, and as you can guess, second and third. This was a bit weird. Right knee pain. So in my right knee, I used to have this dull ache, and sometimes it used to throb. It was so strange. Like I'd wake up with it, I'll just have it all day sometimes, or it would just happen sometime in the afternoon. And yeah, I couldn't figure out why. Some of my friends said that it's probably because of like the pressure from like my abdomen area just pressing down, but I ain't got a clue. I thought it was just me being weird. But if there's anyone out there who has experienced knee pain, joint pain during pregnancy, especially in the first trimester, do let me know, because at the moment I feel like I'm the only one. I also experienced lower back pain quite often. That was kind of like a dull ache with pressure. I used to have it all the time, to be honest. It was just always there. Sometimes it was quite noticeable, other times I didn't really realise until maybe I stopped my daily activities, or I'd finally sat down after doing something and I'd think, oh god, yeah, back's feeling a bit sore. But nothing that a hot water bottle won't fix. I used to sometimes after dinner just sit on the sofa, hot water bottle, and I'd feel good as new. So I used to get cold sores quite a lot. That was happening around, again, 5-6 weeks of pregnancy. The midwife said that because the body was changing so much, my immune system had dropped, and that's what was causing the cold sores. Around week 7, And I'm so sorry about my choice of words, but I can't think of anything else to describe this, but I was experiencing a lot of gagging, and it was so horrible and embarrassing because I'm not the most quietest person. The worst part is I was getting my house decorated, so I had a painter decorator in, and it was so embarrassing. When I was feeling nauseous and gagging, I would run to the toilet and he would literally be, dotting around me, so I can get past him quickly. But I was so loud. He was very sympathetic, bless him. But yeah, I was gagging for a good 2 weeks, I think it was, until I was then physically sick. And the first time I was sick twice in the day, and my goodness, I felt like it was really taking out of me. So not only was I feeling so tired, but I was absolutely exhausted to a point where most of the time we were working in bed. So talking about work, I was really lucky that my employer was so good to me. For my first trimester, I was able to work from home. With my previous miscarriages that I had, being high-risk pregnancy, they allowed me to work from home, which really did help, because there were days where I just couldn't get out of bed. I'll be working from my bed, and then other days, if I was feeling spring chicken in the morning, most of the time come midday I would be crashing on the sofa because I'd be so tired. So the sickness started to get really bad halfway through the first trimester, and then I started getting acid build-up, most likely because I just couldn't stomach eating anything. I wasn't up for it, and so obviously I was getting acid build-up then, which wasn't nice. But then I remember it got to a point my sickness was so bad I wasn't able to keep any food down, and then it even got to a point where I couldn't even keep water down, and we started getting worried then, because we thought, well, I can't stay hydrated, I can't eat anything, my body's not going to get the vitamins and minerals that it needs in able to grow the baby. So we ended up going to maternity A&E down at Sutton Coldfield Good Hope Hospital, and they were absolutely amazing. They took really good care of me. They gave me a prescription. Now I just need to check how to say it, because knowing me, I'll say it wrong. Cyclizine hydrochloride. Yeah, cyclizine hydrochloride. 50 milligrams sickness medication, and that worked magic. I felt so much better after taking them, and I was able to eat a bit better as well. And then I was having that throughout my pregnancy, because I was then diagnosed with hyperemesis. Yay! That was not great, because obviously the sickness being so bad. So that medication really helped. So if you are suffering from really bad sickness, not able to get on with your daily activities, to a point where you're not able to eat or drink, speak to your midwife, your doctors, and see if they can prescribe you something which will be suitable for you. So more towards the end of my first trimester, I started to feel really emotional. I'm not sure if it was because my 12-week scan was coming up, the dating scan, and I was just praying that everything was going to be okay, because I was so nervous about it. Or I think it could also be the fact that I'd even got so far. There were times when I would just all of a sudden start crying. Anything would trigger me off. I would have actually, it sounds so silly sometimes, but like sometimes I'd have happy tears, or I'd feel really sad. I'm quite the happy-go-lucky type person. Like, if there's a sad film on, I think I'll still be okay. But during that time, even watching a sad film or an advert for a charitable organisation, I would get so emotional and start crying. There were even times when I would have a shower, and the next thing you know, I'm crying in the shower, and I couldn't understand why I was being like that, but I put it down to hormones. Sciatica pain started to creep up on me. Now, I'd never experienced sciatica pain, ever, and it started off, again, so sorry for my choice of words, but it started off right side of my bum, and it would run all the way down my leg. Now, it wasn't so bad because I would only feel it when I was getting up really quickly, and sometimes I'd lose my balance. But it was okay. Like as soon as I started walking, it would go away. Until second trimester, when I was really starting to grow, it got really bad then. But we'll come to that later. Pregnancy cravings. So as I mentioned, because I was so sick, I wasn't really eating a lot. It was only more towards the end of the first trimester, after I'd had the medication prescribed, I started to get a bit of an appetite. Nothing healthy, which is probably understandable, but I absolutely loved chocolate chip muffins. I was really naughty sometimes, and I'd have 2 in one day. Salt and vinegar crisps were my absolute favourite. I was really annoying. I would never want to eat from the packet. I always wanted them in a bowl. Don't ask me why, but yeah, always did that. I still do that. Having to drink water is a chore to me, but really enjoyed it in my pregnancy. And then I also really liked fruit juices. My most favourite one was apple and mango from Aldi. It was absolutely refreshing. Really, really liked it, I did. Another craving that I really had, nothing so exciting, but ice cold water with Vimto cordial. That was also my favourite. I could literally sit there all day just sipping it. The best part was, first trimester was spring, summertime. So it was really nice. So when the sun was out, I'd sit outside on the decking and just really enjoy having a sip of my Vimto. Okay, pregnancy hacks. So quick disclaimer, what might have worked for me may work for you, or it may not work for you. By all means, give it a try. Let me know how you get on. But yeah, every pregnancy is unique, every person is unique. But I'll start off with the doTERRA essential oils. Now they are absolutely amazing. I have shared a link to those oils on my Instagram. If you haven't had a look already, just go on there and have a look, see what you think. There's loads of different things on there. But I used to use peppermint oil and lavender oil most of the time. So the peppermint oil was really handy for when I was feeling very nauseous or felt like I was going to be sick. I would literally just take a little sniff of it, and it really, really helped. It just took the edge off. So you wouldn't be thinking so much about being sick or feeling nauseous. The second oil, lavender oil, oh, it smelled absolutely beautiful. I used to massage it on my tummy, just to put it on just the back of my neck here a little bit, and then also just a little bit on my temples before I went to sleep. And my goodness, I used to just relax. You literally just feel like any sort of body tension just wash away. It was so lovely. Another thing that I used to also do was put a couple of drops of it in my bath, and I would literally just soak up and taking all of that lush smell of lavender. Really, really liked it. Now you don't have to use the doTERRA essential oils. There are others available. I obviously can't say if they're good or not because I only use these. But let me know how you get on if you've got any other hacks that you probably used. But the lavender is just amazing. Seamless crop tops become your best friend. As you're aware, things start to grow and get a bit uncomfortable. So the crop tops were really good. They just fit really nicely. I got mine from New Look. Got a pack of 3, so black, grey and white. And yeah, those are what I just wore throughout the whole of my pregnancy. At first, having water was such a chore. Those fancy little water bottles that have times on them on when to drink as a little reminder, that was just great to just carry around and sip it when I wanted to or when I needed to. The other thing was multivitamins. So because I wasn't eating as much as I should be, maybe not as nutritious, like muffins aren't very nutritious, are they? But Pregnant Care Max tablets were really good. I got mine from Amazon. However, they are available in most supermarkets like Tesco, Asda, Morrison's, or you can just get them from the Vitabiotics website as well. So I took the Pregnant Care tablets throughout the whole of my pregnancy. One other great pregnancy hack is this app that I downloaded, which is Pregnancy Plus. The Pregnancy Plus app is so good that it tells you weekly how the baby is developing, daily little news articles that they had on there. You could have a look at what size your baby was according to fruits. And you could also upload your scan pictures on there, which were really good. The timeline was really handy for me because you could see when the first trimester was finishing, what was expected in the second trimester. Also told you what sort of important appointments that you'll be having coming up as well. So it was really good. And then it also has a section for mom-to-be. So useful guides, you could put your weight in there, bump pictures, which I wish I had done, but for some reason I didn't. So overall, guys, the first trimester was quite the roller coaster, mentally and physically, because for one, it was a pregnancy that I was obviously seeing through much more than I had with the other two pregnancies that ended up in miscarriage. So it was quite emotional for me. Physically, I mean, my whole routine that I would have on a daily basis had just changed. I was good to no one because I was always so tired. But also, as previously mentioned, being diagnosed with factor V Leiden meant that I needed to make sure I was being as active as possible, which was so difficult, being so tired, and then when the sciatica crept upon me. But I then had to make sure I was having the collecting injections every day, and I had to make sure it was at the same time, which was in the evening. I used to do it around 7, so I had to make sure I was home on time from work, make sure I wasn't going anywhere, or if I was out somewhere, like on the weekend seeing family or anything, I had to make sure I was home or carry my injection with me. So making sure I never forgot it was also really important, because I could not miss one day of not having those injections. So guys, that's just a little insight on what my first trimester was like. I really hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, catch me on Instagram or just comment below. It's just a little recap. It wasn't anything super exciting, if I'm honest, because my symptoms really just overtook my body. Things started to get more exciting, for me anyway, in the second trimester after I'd seen my 12-week scan. Baby was developing so well. I actually started having a cute bump, so it wasn't that I just looked as if I had too many pies over COVID. I actually did start to look pregnant. And I used to get so many nice compliments of having the pregnancy glow and my hair looking so great. And so yeah, I will talk more about that in the second trimester video, which I will do shortly. However, I'm going to put a little break in that, and my next video, I'm jumping all the way to my nursery. Because once we got our 12-week scan, we started working on the nursery as soon as possible. We were so excited. We just wanted to switch it all up, change our third bedroom into a nursery, and we had so much fun decorating, putting it all together. And I'm so lucky. My father-in-law painted and decorated the nursery, which really meant a lot to us, because as Aria grows up, we can tell her that her granddad painted the nursery for her so lovingly, and he did an amazing job, which you guys will see soon. Stay in touch. Any comments, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, do check out my Instagram, life of precious baby_o. Thank you so much, and see you soon.